My social media is for promoting the brands I work with, including my own vegan protein, not to address any nonsense gossip. Book my cameos, subscribe to my OnlyFans, or you can subscribe to my channel, come on now, and buy my protein, or you can buy my merch. I love you all, and I really do love you all. Now, this post is something particular came out not too long ago after information started leaking on the surface that Jasmine and Gina were no longer together. And because of that, this is a response that pretty much Jasmine decided to give us on social media to pretty much deny any claims of anything that is going on right now. Now, for the people who did not watch the video of yesterday, in that video, we briefly spoke about how Gino had allegedly kicked out Jasmine back in 2023, back in December of 2023, after she was allegedly caught cheating with an unknown man. Now, that man in something particular, I did say to you, once I know for sure is him, I will then reveal it, which is something that I'm going to reveal in this video. So here's the thing. I also said in yesterday's video, and I recommend you watch and get more details, okay, that I wouldn't be surprised if everything that we're witnessing right now may just be an act. Because sometimes when TLC isn't necessarily bringing the numbers for a current season, sometimes outside activities that happens to not be on the show starts to happen, want people to want to go watch it more and more. But so therefore, I have now stumbled across some new information. Let's get into it. So this man is the man himself. Okay, he goes by the name of Matt. Okay, now also I want you to recognize that Matt himself in particular is followed by Jasmine. All right, and here's another thing that I want you to also recognize. I decided to have a look at his followers, and this is what came up, which was quite interesting. Do you know who this is? Now, bear in mind, this is something that I've searched based on following. Okay, following who he's following. And as you can recognize by the name in particular, this is someone who is a relative towards Gino. So therefore, if there's somebody who's a relative to Gino that he follows, that makes me wonder, can this be true? Did Jasmine really cheat on Gino? Did Gino really kick out Jasmine? Well, here's the thing. Not only did I check the following part, but I also checked followers. Okay. And as you can see here, followers is the same thing. So these two do follow each other. Now, here's the thing. Gino does not necessarily follow Matt himself in particular, which is fine, okay? But we know Jasmine does, and Jasmine has been making likes and comments on some of his posts, which of course would give us the impression that something may be going on. But here's the thing though, when you start to put in one of Gina's fan members in the mix now, that makes you think, hold on a minute, if she knows who he is, it's very unlikely that this relationship that Jasmine may have with this man be possible. And if anything, everything that we're witnessing right now is nothing but just a plot to get us engaged for the season is going on now, and also at the same time to potentially get us engaged for the next season coming of The Last Resort, because Gino and Jasmine have already been reported to be on that season as well. But here's the thing, digging just doesn't stop here. So then I came across this stuff in particular, and this was quite interesting, but this is a text message. Oh, I was waiting to share the tea. I found on the dude that Jasmine and Gino will be using as an actor to play a character in their fake storyline. And also the response is, so further credence to the new boyfriend is fake, an actor, and Jasmine and Gino are still together. So right now, I will say this, there is information out here providing, showing that if you do search this man's name on LinkedIn or anything else, he does come up as somebody who is an actor. Now, this screenshot is in particular, I did get it from Sherboody, so credit to that one itself in particular. So with this information stuff in particular, this puts us in more position to believe that this whole thing with this man is nothing but fake. And if anything, I wouldn't be surprised, of course, if he's going to be part of their storyline moving forward, not necessarily in this season, because this season right now, it's all about how Gina wants to get pregnant, but Jasmine doesn't want to get pregnant. And it's all about how Jasmine's got all of these anxieties and alopecia and XYZ. So right now, I don't believe that the interaction of this man that may happen will be happening this season. I reckon if it does happen, it will happen in the following season of The Last Resort, given that they are in that season. And I beg that if they are in The Last Resort, that will be the last time we see them on screen, because I am sick and tired of seeing these two. It's just the same story time and time again. Sorry, I just had to add in that little rant there because I am frustrated. But here's the thing though, this isn't just the last piece of information that I have here. Now, remember what I said before? It was reported that Gino had kicked out Jasmine back in December of 2023. Well, And this post itself in particular became quite interesting. See, as I zoom into this post in particular, you can see this post is dated back in April 20, 21st April. And because obviously there isn't a year on it, which means obviously it would have been this year. Okay, that's how Instagram works. So obviously, as you can see in this post in particular, Gino and Jasmine are obviously together back in April 21st. But not only are they together though, as you can see, Matt happened to have liked the post in particular as well. Now, here's the thing. Unless, of course, he knows about Gino and, he knows about da 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 da. Really and truly, look at this here, right? There is no way in hell that he would come out of his way to like a post that has both Jasmine and Gino in it, okay? If, it just doesn't add up, because at the end of the day, like, if these two had broken up, and let's say they had done this just to save face, just for show, I'm sure Matt wouldn't be there just to like it regardless. You know what I mean? He would be like, hey, bro, hurry up. She's my woman now. Like, what you doing? So really into the fact that he's even supporting this by liking it does tell me that this guy is literally not a threat to their relationship and they have not broken up and they are most likely still together till now. And here's the thing. I said this yesterday and I think now I've got more information. It makes even more sense. I said that Jasmine would be a fool to do what she did because really and truly one of her priorities was to get her children to the States, even though we have seen her over the seasons not really give that much of an effort, not necessarily about the children, but we've seen her prioritize herself and her needs more than anything else. So that's why this season, when she started mentioning about, of course, wanting her kids to follow her, and also last season, it was a bit like you're doing it now. But point being is like her not being with Gino would have just messed that things up or maybe delayed things to a certain degree, give or take, blah, blah, blah. But to be fair though, there wasn't information out there, kind of counteracting everything that has gone down regarding obviously these two and the whole visa when it comes to the children. But my point being is at the end of the day, Jasmine, I would believe, will still need to be in a relationship with Gino to make sure that her kid can actually arrive to the States if she actually cares about bringing them to the States. You know what I mean? Based on what we've seen. But either way though, like I said before, if you look here, as you can see, the man's name is in it. This is literally April 21st. So really and truly, these two pretty much look like they are together. And it is very unlikely that they have broken up. And to be honest with you, it was hard for me to even stomach the idea of these two not being together because the things that they have been through so far, I mean, you can argue, say cheating was maybe crossing the line, but I'd say that there's so many things that they've been through that's already been crossing the line anyway. And if they haven't broke up over that before, them breaking up over cheating, yeah, I just don't see it happening, to be honest with you. The only way I can see Gino ever leaving Jasmine, to be honest with you, is if she got pregnant with another man. That's the only way I see that happening. But then again, though, I wouldn't be surprised if he decided to do a Kel Mitchell and stuck around and start raising a kid that wasn't his own. If you know, you know. Now, with that being said, though, let me know what you're thinking down below and we can most certainly talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course,